Yes, and today I wanted to talk to you about thank you calling, because it's one of the questions I get asked the most is what, like, is a thank you call to supporters, to people support charities, does it really have any value? Just phoning them up, thanking them, what's really the impact? Is it really necessary, or is it just like a nice thing to do? And I think it's a really important question, and something I've definitely thought about a lot over the years. And I've known because of because of previous campaigns that I've run, I've known that it does have a significant impact on retention. But it's not till recently, when we've started working directly with a partnership, a company partnership, a company called Dataru, which I've really learned the power of not only thanking people, but also really good data selections and what an impact that can have on your calling. So I just want to take a real life scenario with a charity that we've been working with. We phoned around about 2,000 people over over a good couple of months period. So not just like a small segment. And we phoned them. We kind of thanked them for their support, and just made them feel good. We didn't really like over survey them or anything like that. It was just, there was nothing really additional to that call. It was just like phoning people up and having a good chat to them and making sure they're really happy with their support, and making sure that they know how much we really appreciate that support, which we really do, So and the calls always go down brilliantly. It's just like, but I guess the question for us was always like, well, what's the impact? Well, the impact was actually really significant. So like I said, we had 2,000 people that we phoned, and Dataru had done the selection for the charity. So they had actually pulled the data. And if you want to find out more about that, you can go to their website, Dataru. You can get in contact with the team there, and they'll be able to go through that with you. There's lots of information. But from my side, the data selection was just done. There was no mucking around. There was no kind of like us deciding and choosing from our own sort of ideas around or predetermined history of what we think might be a good selection. None of that. Dataroot did an AI selection from machine learning. It took the outputs. It was monthly files, and it provided it to us. We phoned those files through, and from the segment of about 2,000 records, we made a good volume of calls. Let's say it was around about 1,000, so it wasn't insignificant. Okay, and like I said, it was over a period of time. So again, this is a good, solid piece of data to look at. What we found was absolutely incredible. We found that people that didn't get the call, because if we get sent 2,000 records, we're only going to speak to like 40% of the 2,000. So from those people that didn't get a call, we found that their retention percentage was around about 18%. So from the ones that didn't have a call, about 18% of them cancelled. Okay, so they had no contact with us at all. The ones we spoke to, like the 800 so that we spoke to, we found that the retention on them was actually 4%. So from doing that call, we were able to build relationships by as much as, so that only 4% of them cancelled, which is a huge difference, right? It's like 14% difference in retention. So because of our call, because of that thank you call and that amazing selection from Dataru, it had a huge impact on this charity. And it's actually turns out that call is worth hundreds of supporters to the charity, just because we phone people, the right people, and we thank them at the right time. Okay, and the actual value of the campaign that campaign brought in, because we saved 14% of people from cancelling. Well, it was plus £12,000 to that charity just for that small call. And the ROI alone on this campaign, year one, that's 12k a year, by the way. That's like year one. Every year they're going to get that, as long as those people are retained and stay. Now, the ROI was actually £3.75 for this campaign. So it's a really good rate of return. And it just shows the value of just phoning people up and thanking them. and let's let's go a bit further on from this, because that's why like we're not doing these campaigns. We're also doing these campaigns to build relationships and build knowledge and show charity supporters that we really care, which we do. Okay, we really appreciate the fact that they give their hard-earned money. It's amazing, and the general public and people in a whole are incredible and so giving and so caring, and they deserve a thank you. And it can lead on to such great things like interaction with the charity, whether that's more volunteering support, taking things to charity shops, getting involved in challenge events, supporting in all kinds of different ways, maybe upgrading at later campaigns, maybe even they might consider you for if leaving a gift in their will. Who knows? There's so much opportunity, but you can't build on an opportunity unless you have a relationship with someone. And I think this proved this even more, that the more we all invest in our relationships with existing people, the more that all of us will benefit in the long run. And I think that's something that I've really learned from this campaign. So yeah, a brilliant result, and I hope you're as excited as me about this, because I think it really shows the value of what like a welcome or a thank you really can do. So thanks for your time, yeah, if you do want any more information on this, don't hesitate to contact me. It's Ben Safel from QTS. All right, thanks for your time.